so I promised you guys a review of the Schuberth C5 Globe that I bought. I know I did an unboxing video.
Experience similar to sitting in the cabin of a luxury German sedan.
And did a little video where I put a visor or like a sun shield on it. And I said in both of those videos I'll make a video talking about the actual helmet doing what it was designed to do, which was being worn on a motorcycle on the highway. So that's what I'm about to do. You know, kind of got used to it and kind of got past the ooh, it's brand new, it's shiny, I love it phase, because I've ridden with it enough now to know that it does have a few little niggly things that bother me and some things that I really like about it. Let me navigate this intersection and we'll talk about it. Alright, so first things first, it is a Schuberth C5. It has the globe graphics on it, which I think are really cool, which is probably the primary reason that I've always wanted this helmet. I remember seeing one of them a long time ago, and I thought they were just the coolest looking helmet. And I still love it. I think the graphics are awesome. The helmet's beautiful. Alright, so getting past that to the actual functionality of the helmet. It is a modular helmet, and I wear glasses, and that's super important to me. That's part of the reason I want a modular helmet, so I don't have to take my glasses on and off every time I put my helmet on. So this one, I just pop the modular part up, you know, grab the straps, put it on my head, strap it down, put the modular part down, ready to go. As far as the fit goes, this is the first Schuberth helmet that I ever had, so I measured my head and trusted the system, and it was dead on. It fits perfectly. It was exactly the size that it said that I would need. It was stuck when I first got it. It's loosened up a little bit now, but it still fits the way it's supposed to. It doesn't move at all. I like that. So noise levels, that's a big thing to Schuberth. They make a big deal out of that. Noticeably quieter than a lot of other helmets that I've had. This one is quiet with the vents closed, and when you open the vents you do get a little extra sound, but not enough to really be all that concerned about it. Now comparing it to another high-end helmet like a Shoei, it is probably a little bit quieter. I don't know that it's a big deal quieter. I don't know that it's even noticeably quieter, but you know, it's quiet. That's the main thing here. It's a quiet helmet. Now I probably should say I do still have the chin curtain in place. It came with it in place. It is removable. You do notice it, like when you raise the modular part up and when you go to put it back down, the chin curtain rubs across your chin on the way down. It's not really annoying, but it's just something you notice. Alright, so field of vision. If anything, I have a little too much field of vision going up. You know, a lot of helmets you can tilt your head down a little bit when you're riding into the sun, like in the afternoons or whatever, and sort of block it out. But this helmet, you have so much field of vision going up that you could not do that. Your head would be down like this to be able to get it done. But I did add a little thing. I made a little video about that if you want to check it out. I made a little sun visor kind of thing and put across the top of the visor. To the sides, I have to really work at it to be able to see the sides of the visor. I can if I work at it hard enough, but you know, anything that's that far left or right, I'm going to be turning my head to really be able to see anyway. The vents is a big thing that I actually really like about this helmet, because it has two main vents, and they're big buttons. You know, there's little slide things, but they're big. And I noticed in a lot of other helmets, for some reason they don't want to make them real tiny little switches and things. And you're trying to operate them in gloves, and that's a pain in the ass. You can see that in the unboxing video, and I talk about it there too. They're super easy to find, super easy to get to. When you open them, there's an immediate increase in airflow in the helmet. You can definitely feel it, so it does its job. So you have the main vent up on the top that lets in a lot of air right to your head, and then you have the one on the front of the chin bar that lets it in sort of directly into your face. You also have another little vent right above that that just sort of lets a little bit of air in to sort of circulate air up the back side of your visor to help prevent fogging. Pre-fitted with the pin lock already on it, and it's working fine right now, but it's only been 4 or 5 rides. As far as the safety thing, all helmets are mostly up to the same level of safety, so that's not really what you're paying for. You're paying for comfort and quality and, you know, craftsmanship and that kind of thing. Just one interesting thing about this helmet, I was reading about it. It's actually certified with the chin bar down and with the chin bar up. So most modular helmets are not certified when you got the chin bar up, but that's because they don't have a locking mechanism to make sure that the chin bar stays up, and this one does. I mean, it's just a little switch, it doesn't really do anything, but it does prevent the chin bar from coming down until you unlock it. So I think that's probably the biggest difference. Is that a real big difference in the real world? Probably not so much, but that's a cool little thing that it's got both of those certifications. Like airflow, and I'm actually really glad that I'm on the Tiger today, because I have had some issues with buffeting and you know, moving the helmet around on this bike. I don't know, I mean, I think it's just a combination of where I have the screen and how tall I am and how the wind's flowing and all that kind of thing. But you can see I've got my windshield all the way down right now, so I don't have any buffeting at all right now. But a lot of times when I raise the windshield up on the Tiger, I would get buffeting with other helmets. So you see the windshield going up. Right now I'm going about 50. I'll get it up to about 70 if I notice anything. There is just a touch of it, but like I said, I'm really not blaming the helmet for that. I really think my windshield for a person my height probably needs to go up about another inch, maybe 2 inches, and it prevent that. Because I know I can lower it down a little bit, so like right there it goes away, completely goes away. And if I ride with it all the way down, I get absolutely no buffeting at all. So, but it's less buffeting with this helmet that I've noticed with some other helmets. So we're going to say that's pretty good too. What else is there to talk about? You really can't see this right now, but you can hear the extra wind coming in. But it does have a little detent where I can raise the visor up just enough to maybe put one finger underneath it, which lets in a lot of air, which is really, really nice on warm days. But it has a nice little lock place right there, so it'll stay in place. You know, if I want to go fast with it there, it's going to stay where I put it. And it also has the built-in sunglasses thing, you know, the sunshade thing that you can flip down. It's over here on the side, which I think is a little, it's like, I don't know, it's just a little stiff. If you don't push it just right, it doesn't want to slide super easy. It's not as easy as some other ones I've had. So that's probably a little niggly thing right there. I'm not super impressed with that, but it works. I mean, it lowers it and raises it. That's what it's supposed to do. It just seems like it's a little hard to get a hold of it the right way to make it slide sometimes. All right, so anything else I could think of? Oh yeah, the button to unlock it so you can raise the chin bar up. It's a small little thing. It's a little smaller than I wish it was. I wish it was a little easier to get to. It's a little harder to get to the button. But like I said, I've only rode it 4 or 5 times now. So I'm sure if you asked me about this 6 months from now, I'll be like, yeah, I know exactly where it's at. It's no problem. I hit it the first time every time. But right now, a lot of times I reach up there and I can't find the button. And it takes me a little bit. Would rate this helmet as highly as I've ever rated a helmet before. You know, somewhere up in the low 9s somewhere. Just because there's always something that kind of irritates you about a helmet. But I mean, they're both little niggly details, you know. It's obviously a very high quality helmet and very well made and all that, so I really have no problem with it, and it's cool looking. So what else can you want? What else do you want from a helmet?